and the rest is a mystery.
I know it's out there, somewhere.
I'm sure he's happy. And he'd want you to be happy too.
And he won.
Or was it?
But instead of a family, there were just memories of one. Louis was born a year later.
In our sessions, I saw the same behavior.
Poor girl. She had a taste for stardom.
I'm done waiting.
I've seen that house every day of my life.
He looked on the man with royal disdain.
Walter had vanished, but his bedside radio was still on.
The secret is to keep winding.
Dear Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one.
Instead of a family, there were just memories of one.
He's fine. He's still in the bath.
I woke up that night, and the tide had gone way, way out.
For someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming.
And for a while, things were good. Almost normal.
My grandmother's chair.
Even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder.
Rise and shine, sleepyhead.
The monsters from the convention had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true.
If I keep winding the music box, maybe a key will pop out like it did in the comic book.
And he was always humming.
And then I was alone.
Shit.
But unfortunately,
the thunder sounded much too close and full of angry power.
Becoming the thing it was all along. Mom spent months searching for my brother. Then she sealed the doors.
There's a key hidden in the music box.
I could see how that'd be frustrating.
His mind began to...
Bravo, Barbara! Hauntingly good.
But all my father said to this was, make the music louder.
As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse.
What I remember about Calvin is that when he made up his mind about something, that was it.
Hello?
I don't know if I should even be writing this.
Then he made musicians.
What happened that night had been coming for a long time. She could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed, but she didn't. Someone had put up a chain-link fence, but it looked like I wasn't the first person to hop it.
Whenever you're ready.
Mom always told me to stay out of the basement, so I wasn't too surprised when the key didn't fit.
Was bent down his head.
No, Sam, I don't.
The next morning, the van came to pick her up, but she was already gone. The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that.
She was almost too big to carry.
Dear Mrs. Finch.
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have. I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back.
I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything.
Like something funny was happening, but he knew only he could see it.
Not because he was afraid to meet a troll.
After the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room.
It's a hunting trip, Dawn.
Was speechless. The old fridge rattled and grew still.
And winding.
Silver harp.
Great-Grandpa Sven built a music box for Barbara, along with the rest of the house.
Maybe you got tired of waiting.
Walter? What's going on up there?
Whatever's wrong with this family, there's a long history of it.
It was hard for him to understand the world we know.
Or maybe I came back to them.
I don't think so.
Rick?
Just in time to replace the old ones. I hadn't been back since my brother Louis's funeral.
I know how silly it sounds.
They were both pretty intense.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
Great shot, Don.
He kept working at the cannery.
I'd be happy with one new day.
Orcas Island police are urging residents to lock their doors and windows and be on the lookout for any suspicious activity.
I started seeing things.
I'm gonna take some pictures, okay?
But whatever it was that made him laugh like that.
These memories are gonna last a lifetime.
I'll be fine, Dad.
Barbara's room looked like it had been a monument to her, even before she died. Whenever people ask me about my family, the first thing they always want to know about is Barbara.
You were wonderful!